I would like to ask you yet another question that has troubled many people, and that question is the question about what people eat and how that should decide how people are treated. These days people are being lynched on the simple suspicion that they might have eaten beef, whereas when it comes to the same sensibilities,
I thought it's even served
pork
in
and
the…
alcohol, which is not acceptable in another religion, in another community, is eaten and drunk, openly everywhere else. Now, isn't that discrimination? Isn't that hurting sensibility?
I don't want to take sides on this because I've never taken sides on these issues, but if you want to look at it sensibly, pork is not sacred to somebody that you should not kill. A pig is not sacred to somebody. They think it's filthy and it's not worth eating. Somebody eats the filth, what's your problem? Hello? What you think is filth, I may eat. So what is the issue? Leave that, that's not the issue. But the cow is a different thing because this is a pastoral culture. We have survived in this land mainly because of cows. When droughts came, when famines came, it's a clear understanding, whoever had a milking cow, he survived, his family survived, his children survived, others died. This is a very profound pain there is in our hearts, where we have… this… unfortunately in our country, nobody has written about it, nobody has made movies about it in any poignant way, because we think our idea of making literature and movies is just taktai, always you're doing item numbers and this is the only entertainment you can create. But this country has gone through enormous amount of suffering, but we have not carried our suffering on our faces. But we should not forget we have suffered. We have seen famines like nobody else has seen. We have seen killings and exploitation and invasions like nobody has seen for over 1,000 years. There's a lot of pain in our heart, but we don't show it on our face. Do not underestimate this, and nobody has bothered to write about it, nobody is…
But is it okay to lynch because you are…
No, I'm not saying it's okay to lynch, come on. See, the lynching business that's happening right now, let me tell you, most people are not exposed to rural India. Recently I spoke about it, people are saying, oh, he's saying this is real India, so he's supporting lynching, they're editing my videos, whatever is comfortable for them on social media, they're campaigning. This is called social media lynching. You don't lynch people only with sticks and stones. You can lynch people with social media…
You've been lynched on social media?
Oh yeah, continuously.
And still you want to be on social media to engage with the youth?
See, I'm not… see, who I am is not determined by what anybody says. Somebody says I'm great, it doesn't make any difference to me. Somebody says I'm no good, it makes no difference to me, because who I am is of a different nature. I don't come from social opinion. Social media, because I clearly see I have something valuable to offer, so I am on social media. I'm not there to see who is saying what about me, they can say whatever about me.
So, Sadhguruji, you are getting into a phase where you're going to engage with the youth on truth.
Now let's finish that lynch business.
Okay.
So cattle, you must understand, bovine animals has been the main sense of wealth in this country. When you say a kingdom, in the past, if you look back towards… way back a few thousand years ago, in Mahabharata and other things, when they say a kingdom, they're only counting how many cattle they have. How many cattle you have determines your wealth, not land, because land was plenty. It's the cattle which determined how much wealth you have. So this is a pastoral culture which has grown up in that. Now, when it comes to animals, see, the law also is only against cow slaughter. You can slaughter other things, you can even slaughter a bull, but you can't slaughter a cow. This is gender discrimination.
But you can slaughter a cow in Goa, in
we'll come
Manipur,
to that.
but you can't slaughter a cow in Uttar Pradesh.
I'm asking you this gender discrimination, the male bovine animals can be killed, female cannot be killed. You're not appreciating that. That's the law. Anyway, I've been in rural India. In my life, I've seen 3 lynchings myself. In 2, they were killed, in the other one, nearly, but he recovered later. One was because there was just a mad news going around everywhere. somebody is going to steal your children and sacrifice them for some dam that's being built somewhere. Nobody knows where the dam is, nobody knows who are those children, people who have lost their children, but the news spreads in the villages like that. In the night, vigilantes are standing there with fire burning and with sticks. If anybody comes that way, if somebody moves, they'll beat him. And it doesn't matter which community he belongs to, where, because nobody will even ask a question who you are. First thing is they'll thrash him down to death.
So you're saying it's got nothing to do with…
No, I'm saying this is a fear and ignorance-based stuff. This is not a community thing. Now, if somebody steals a cow within the village, he will be beaten. Because where else will the village go? Will they go to the police station? If they go to the police station, what will the policeman do? He will write one FIR and that's the end of it. I won't get back my cow. So, I'm saying this is unfortunate way of law enforcement in our society. This is rural communities like this. Because there are over 3 crore cases in the courts and we know they are not equipped to handle them in the next 25 years, all right? So where do I go if somebody steals my cow? I'll get my community together and beat you. I'm not saying it's right, but unfortunately that's where the reality is. Either we see the reality and see how to fix it, or we simply roar about it as if it suddenly happened. It didn't suddenly happen. Anybody who steals an animal in a village gets beaten, you understand? So every year, millions, over 3 to 4 million animals are being stolen and sent across the Bangladesh border. Well, in the process, those who are stealing, they're not stealing in one place, they're stealing across the country and they have to herd them or they have to put it on a truck and take it. In the process, many people get killed. But what is not being spoken about is, over 100 uniformed men are killed by the cattle smugglers every year. From 2014 to now, because people only want to look at this government, 42 people have been lynched regarding cow smuggling or whatever. But over 100 uniformed men, including BSF soldiers, get killed every year. You think they were put to death with a tranquilizer very peacefully or beaten to death? What do you think? Why are we not talking about it? Why no media has reported this? Just because somebody wears a uniform, you think he must die? Somebody even said that. A political person said that. After all, they're paid to die, soldiers and policemen. What kind of nation do you want to build? If you want to build a law-abiding nation, law we must see as a fair thing. When I see law is skewed towards you, I am not going to be law-abiding, isn't it?
Absolutely.